Hi, so I just got my air fryer upgraded here. So this is my old one, which is kind of analog. It has the knobs, and this particular one is the digital one. So let me go ahead and show you the plus and minuses of the new one. So this is the JoyOuce 5.8 quarts. So you see what I'm cooking here is a pork chop with the tater tots here. So once again, I mentioned this was a tater tot making machine because it will fry things very crispy on the outside, but also leave the moisture on the inside. And so it'll do that with the pork chop too. So you'll notice I use aluminum foil because I don't want to, clean up as much. So what a lot of people do is they just use the non-stick, but this is just my personal preference. So the other thing you can do is also put the aluminum foil in the bottom. So you could put the aluminum foil in the bottom instead of on the top here. So that's something else other people do. So this is more for ease of cleaning if you are using it like I do. So I use it basically twice a day or at least every day. So this is prepared. What I'm going to do is just put it in. So once I put it in, the other thing I do want to mention is when you don't use the aluminum foil, it's going to be a lot better cooked because there is the holes in the bottom that actually circulates the, right there, the holes in the bottom that actually circulates the hot air a lot better. So what you'll find is it's a more rounded crispiness on the outside and the moisture is left on the inside. Now, you'll notice that doing this, it really won't make too big of a difference, and I really want to show you that when I have this cooked. So this will fit, 4 pork chops if you really wanted to. The way I have it, it might not seem that way, but it can fit 4 pork chops. So I'm going to pop it in now and set it to the meat. So I am going to go around and choose the meat here. So I cycled through and just cook it for 8 minutes here. So the thing with these air fryers is you can pop it out in the middle and add oil or add seasoning, stuff like that, and just push it back in and it will continue when you push the continue button. So just keep that in mind that it does have the pause here. So an aspect of these air fryers is that you can actually change the temperature midstream. So if I switch back and forth, I can make it hotter or cooler, and I could change the time. I could increase or decrease the time. So that is what is kind of neat about these air fryers. And if I pull it out, it pauses and I could push and resume. So that is the features of this particular JoyOuce. Now, I mentioned before that you could put stuff on top. This does get a little bit hot as well as the sides. Now, you'll notice that this particular style is not a fingerprint magnet. It is very much like the Instapot Vortex or InstaVortex air fryer. So that's what I kind of liked about this, is just the texture is not a fingerprint magnet. You could see my old one, even as I clean it, it will get greasy and dirty. And stainless steel is a little bit harder to clean, so I went with this kind of neutral black with this particular texture. And the way these air fryers work, there is a hole and grill in the back and it sucks in air. And I will show you the inside later on how so my food is done now. So just taking this out, you could see how amazing it has turned out. So let me give you a close-up here. So just giving you a close-up here, in 10 minutes time, you could see how it's nice and crispy on the outside, and it's still very juicy. So that is what is amazing about an air fryer, is that it keeps the moisture inside. Whether you're cooking steak or whether you're cooking pork chop, it's just an amazing feature of the air fryers in general. So you could see, same thing with the tater tots, how the color is so nice and browned. So right there, just zooming in, it is, pretty amazing. Now, I particularly like the square boxy ones because the square boxy ones has more room when you are putting the food in it, as opposed to something that is round. Now, these are accessories that actually come with the air fryer. So that's the other aspect of having a square air fryer, is there's just more room to put, you know, these accessories. So let me go ahead and show you the menu here. So you could see with the menu, it actually has many presets. You could see the preheat, the fries. This is frozen, vegetables, chicken, fish, meat, cake. That looks like bacon, and you know, the plus minus to adjust the temperatures up and down. So for example, I can, you know, basically rotate around, and meat here is 360 degrees, and it has a preset for the time here, but you could also adjust it up and down if you want. So that is you know, fairly basic. It is slightly different than the analog, obviously. The analog doesn't have the precision of the temperatures, but I find that with air fryers, it is either 400 degrees or 360 degrees. So you know, that is your typical cooking setting. So I will cook pork chop here, and also my tater tots, which is a favorite thing that I do with air fryers. Now, these air fryers are basically tater tots and French fry making machines. They make the best tater tots and French fries and you know, stuff like that. So and because they're so crunchy, you know, the way it works. Now let me go ahead and show you this here. So this is your basket, and this is your typical basket that is, you know, 10.5 inches square. And again, I like the square because you could just put more food into it, and you'll see that with the pork chops. Now with an air fryer, you don't want to stack the food unless you have a grill in the middle where you could put stuff in the bottom and also in the middle, you know, that type of tiered accessory. Otherwise, you really want the hot air to actually flow around the food, which is why there is a grill here, and the basket detaches for washing. So I kind of like this design where the basket removes for the washing. So there is a safety here where it could eject. You could just take it out for washing, put it in your dishwasher. Now you want to make sure to you know, have it secure in your dishwasher so it doesn't scratch up the Teflon here. Now this particular one does come with accessories. So it does come with a, you know, 9-inch kind of a pan here. So you could fit it in here. And it actually comes with the silicone. Now the other aspect I like that I'll show you with these square ones is that you could actually put stuff on the top. Now it does also come with this basket here. So this fits perfectly in here. And you know, you simply, you know, stick it in. So it does come with that accessory. That is the nice thing about this particular one. Again, why I also upgraded, even though I don't necessarily use something like this too often. Now the other reason why I like these square ones, especially the square tops, is this particular model came with these silicone trivets. So, you know, just putting this on top, you know, it will be handy. Lots of times you want something that is convenient, you know, if your countertop is all full of food, prep and stuff like that, you could actually rest something on the top. Whereas if this was kind of, you know, slanted, or if it was curved, it wouldn't be as nice. So that is a serious advantage of these square ones. And I find that the square ones, so I did buy a Ninja, which is round, and for my brother, and it just doesn't have as much room inside. You could imagine a round one would be something like this, you know, so you would kind of have to wiggle the food around, whereas here, you know, there is just more surface area. So let me go ahead and show you the demo now of the pork chop that I'm going to cook. I do want to show you what's involved in the cleaning here. So when I take this out, and show you the cleaning. You could see there is basically a grill at the top there, and you'll have to wipe it down once in a while. You know, the oil is going to splash at the top, so just keep that in mind. Otherwise, you know, the basket area is going to be very clean. So this is minimal maintenance for an air fryer with a whole lot of benefit here. So there you go. That is the JoyOuce air fryer, and I hope this helps, and please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.